In the military, ceremonies are held to accord distinctive honors to national symbols or individuals on special occasions. These ceremonies are also used to display the proficiency and state of training in a command and to promote teamwork and pride in the organization. They also contribute to public morale by displaying symbolically the strength and unity of the military in support of the nation. All of the movements that you will observe today are known as drill. The purpose of drill is to enable a commander or non-commissioned officer, such as the military training instructor, the ability to move their units from one place to another in an orderly manner, to aid in training by instilling discipline and habits of precision and response to the leader's orders, and to provide for the development of all leaders in the practice of commanding formations. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem, you may return your hand to your side. Thank you, and enjoy today's ceremony. Now marching into position from the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 120, led by Staff Sergeant Kevin Farnsworth, Military Training Instructor, hometown Creston, Ohio. Flight 119, led by Master Sergeant Jonathan Ted Malame, Military Training Instructor, hometown Tamaning, Guam. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 118, led by Technical Sergeant Jacob Schrader, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Northwood, Iowa. Flight 117, led by Technical Sergeant Richard Castilleja, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown New Braunfels, Texas. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 116, led by Staff Sergeant Alexander Melton, Military Training Instructor, hometown New Braunfels, Texas. Flight 115, led by Staff Sergeant Seth Johns, Military Training Instructor, Hometown Greenleaf, Mississippi. Flight 114, led by Staff Sergeant Valerie Reeves, military training instructor, hometown Phoenix, Arizona. Flight 113, led by Technical Sergeant Nathan Thesay, military training instructor, hometown Gainesville, Florida. From the 321st Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight, Flight 110, led by Technical Sergeant Terrell Greer, military training instructor, hometown Youngstown, Ohio. Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 109, led by Technical Sergeant Nathan Johnson, military training instructor trainer, hometown Greenville, Tennessee. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 108, led by Technical Sergeant Adrian Cook, military training instructor, hometown Yucaipa, California. Flight 107, led by Technical Sergeant William Woodside, military training instructor, hometown Jacksonville, Florida. Air Force Basic Military Training conducts graduation events over the course of 2 days to celebrate the accomplishments of our newest airmen and guardians. These events recognize their transition into the profession of arms. We acknowledge the tradition of honor and legacy of valor provided by those who came before and inspire us still today. We would also like to thank the family and friends for their continued support that these graduates will be counting on as they serve our great nation in the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocations given by Chaplain Spencer.
Good morning, everyone. I invite you to pray with me this morning. Gracious God, we welcome your presence on this beautiful, brisk Texas morning. As we stand together in such a magnificent place on a day you have made, I am reminded of your word and one that paints a portrait of our lives. There is a season for everything under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time for war and time for peace. But in this moment, it's about time for the graduating class of 24009 to receive the coveted Airman's coin and join us as we serve the world's greatest air and space force. Thank you, Lord, for calling these men and women to serve. Thank you that they have turned adversity into advantage, challenge into conviction, and hardship into honor. If you are here today in the stands of this arena, you too are to be thanked for sending these warriors to be transformed into our nation's sword and shield. For my heroes, the military training instructors, words of thanks are not enough. You are the difference maker, the legends, and the backbone of the BMT battlefield, and for that we are truly grateful. In closing, I ask you to not keep your head bowed, but to raise it and look at those who are about to embark on the greatest mission of their lives, the mission of defending our freedom. May they be blessed in their quest to serve the greatest nation in the world. And many a hero has stood right here. And today, you get to see it for yourself. May God bless each of you. Aim high and amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's basic military training graduation ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training and 1989 graduate of Basic Military Training, Colonel Billy Wilson, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training and 2003 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson. Also in attendance with us today, the Deputy Commander, 37th Training Wing, Colonel John Odell III. The Command Chief, 176th Wing, and 1985 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Peter Pratt. The MAJCOM Functional Manager for Intelligence, Surveillance, and Reconnaissance, and 1998 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant David Maurice. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737th Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. This week, we have a special opportunity to recognize one additional and significant achievement demonstrating the dedication of 23 of our graduates who are being led by Technical Sergeant Maria Rodriguez, Military Training Instructor, hometown Masaya, Nicaragua. Today's recognition is made possible by a partnership between the Department of Defense and Department of Homeland Security to allow active duty service members to become citizens under the Naturalization at Basic Training Initiative. To be eligible, a member of the Armed Forces must pass a comprehensive application process administered by the Department of Homeland Security, including a background check and personal interview to demonstrate high moral character and their knowledge of the English language. Applicants are also tested on U.S. history and government. Please hold your applause until all names have been announced. The Air Force is proud to recognize Emori Lonkai, country of origin, Fiji. William McSpadden, country of origin, United Kingdom. Akorede Adawaye, country of origin, Nigeria. Jose Lopez Ruiz, country of origin, Cuba. Eric Lin, country of origin, Taiwan. Kirkpatrick Pasanilio, country of origin, Philippines. Richard Alote, country of origin, Ghana. Latuktula Majola, country of origin, South Africa. Wayne Johnson, country of origin, Jamaica. Boon Nguyen, country of origin, Vietnam. Krishna Sharma, country of origin, India. Mishler Friedel, country of origin, Cameroon. Marlene Ford, country of origin, Jamaica. Juan Echevarria Rave, country of origin, Colombia. Chester Celis, country of origin, Philippines. Jose Luis Lucban, country of origin, Philippines. Moises Hernandez Castillo, country of origin, Mexico. Camila Gutierrez Arencibia, country of origin, Cuba. Matilda Jaruto, country of origin, Kenya. Inke Niabelli, country of origin, Gambia. Maria Centeno, country of origin, Mexico. Lamoy Harry Bishop, country of origin, Jamaica. Larisha Che. Country of origin, Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us congratulate the newest citizens of the United States of America. Musical support for this morning's ceremony is provided by graduates from the 321st Training Squadron, Flights 111 and 112, performing under the direction of Technical Sergeant Matthew Zettelmoyer, military training instructor, hometown Augusta, Georgia. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their extra effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force's core value, service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Master Sergeant Anderson will now come forward and address our graduating class.
What do y'all think about our graduates? Yeah! Make some noise for them. Let them know how much you love them. All right. I want to thank all the family and friends that are here in support of our graduates today. They feel your energy. They feel your love. They would not have gotten to where it is that they are at in life without your support, so thank you for being here. Before I give my remarks real quick here, I'd like to ask all of you to take a moment and look at our nation's colors and reflect on what that flag means for just a moment here. That flag goes by many names: the Stars and Stripes, Old Glory, the red, white, and blue. It is a beacon of freedom and hope to people all across the world. It is feared by our enemies, and it provides the blanket of protection that we all live under. So if you're proud to be an American today, how about you make some noise for our nation's colors? I want you all to think back a couple months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, whenever it is that your soon-to-be airman decided that they were going to go to the recruiter's office and make the commitment of a lifetime. I want you to think about what those conversations were like with your loved one. And it probably went along the lines of something like, hey, if you join the Air Force, they'll give you a trade. They'll provide you an education. You'll get to travel the world, whatever it may be. But the God's honest truth is that in an era where the up-and-coming generation doesn't necessarily have a deep-seated trust or faith in governmental institutions, The individuals, the men and women that are standing on this retreat pad in front of you have committed themselves to a higher calling. They've put their hands in the air and they've said, "Here I am, send me." Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 639 of our nation's newest warfighters. To our graduates, yesterday afternoon, Colonel Wilson and I had the opportunity to come and speak with you and answer some questions that you may have, provide you some advice as you get ready to go off to the next phase of your Air Force journey. That's something that we do with all graduating week groups. And last week, there was a trainee that stood up and asked me, "Is there anything or is there any person that has ever caused you to question your patriotism?" And my initial response was absolutely not. But it got me to think about why that trainee asked that question, because there must have been some lingering doubt in the back of his mind. And I've spent the last week thinking about it. There are voices out there that will have you believe that the country is far more divided than what it actually is. And those voices are usually on the fringes. They're on the extremes. They're on the far left and the far right. They're the ones who shout the most. But I'll tell you right now that the degrees of separation between all of us are not that great. But if you go and you view your military service through that bipolar lens, if you view it through the lens that most of the civilian population would view it through, it becomes very easy to question your calling, to question your patriotism. But never forget, we are above all that. We do not serve a political party. We do not serve any particular politician. We serve the United States of America. We serve a constitution. We serve an idea of freedom that took root in this country 247 years ago. Ronald Reagan once wrote, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same, or one day we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children that what it was once like in the United States when we were free." Trainees, and that is the last time that you will ever be addressed as trainees, I tell you this now. It is only through your service, only through your sacrifice, only through your commitment that this country and its people can continue on with this great experiment that we call democracy. And if you ever question your calling, if you ever question your patriotism, all you need to do is look around the world at our adversaries, at the countries who would challenge our values and our ideals, and how it is that those governments and those tyrants treat their people. And when you view your service through that lens, there is no one who will be able to cause you to question your patriotism. Now, over the last 7.5 weeks, you've gone through a significant transformation, a transformation that you may not even be fully aware of just yet, but you'll be aware of it as soon as your family and friends come out of these stands, as soon as they tap you out, as soon as they look at you in a way that they've never looked at you before. Because you have demonstrated that you have what it takes to be part of the most lethal fighting force in the history of the world and the greatest team in the history of the world. Accordingly, as the senior enlisted leader of Air Force Basic Military Training, I hereby acknowledge your completion of all graduation requirements and have recommended to Colonel Wilson that you receive the coveted Airman's Coin, which signifies your transition from trainees to United States Airmen. Congratulations. Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the Venerable Airman's Coin, and for the first time, distinct Space Force coins to our Space Force graduates. The lore of military coins has many colorful suspected origins. However, a popular story stems from World War I, where American volunteers formed flying squadrons in France during the Great War. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze, with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave those medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces confiscated the pilot's possessions except for the pilot's medallion that he wore around his neck. While in confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped after crossing the front lines to safety. He came across a French outpost where he was initially thought to be a saboteur, until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, several military units have developed their own coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins to recognize outstanding performances and achievements. The coins the airmen and space professionals receive today are unique in that they originate here at the gateway to the Air Force and are only given to those who complete this rigorous course of instruction. On one side of the airman's coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the first military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the year 1947, the birth date of the United States Air Force, and around the rim of the coin, the core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the newly recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in a half circle above the contemporary Air Force emblem is the Air Force motto, "Aim high, fly, fight, win." And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all who see this is inscribed, "Awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force."
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Wilson will now come forward and address our graduating class.
What a beautiful day for a celebration. How about that? I don't know about you, but I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up. Today is truly a great day. So good morning, parents, loved ones, veterans, friends and family, and most important, the newest airmen of the world's greatest Air Force. Today marks not just the eve of the culmination of your training, but the commencement of a profound and purposeful chapter of your lives. As you stand on the threshold of this new beginning, I invite you to reflect on a theme that echoes throughout the years of military history and resonates with unwavering relevance still today, which is very appropriate for you. Finding your greatness by stepping onto the path of purpose. Each of you has chosen a remarkable journey, one that is rooted in service to our country, sacrifice, and the pursuit of a cause greater than yourself. As you gain confidence in your new discipline, you should embrace an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunities bestowed upon you, for the mentors and leaders who have guided you, and for the camaraderie that will define our shared experiences. Military service is not merely a career choice. It is a calling that binds us to a legacy of honor, duty, and commitment. Cling to this spirit of gratitude as you navigate the challenges and triumphs that lie ahead. I tell you that courage will be your constant companion, the courage to lead, to make decisions that are not always popular, but undeniably right. Remember that leadership is not a title. It is a responsibility to inspire, guide, and uplift those entrusted to your care. Draw inspiration from the countless men and women who throughout history have exemplified steadfast courage. Reflect upon the innovation of the Doolittle Raiders, the boldness of the Wright brothers, and the courage of the Tuskegee Airmen. These chapters in our history embody the indomitable spirit of the American military. Learn from their legacy, draw inspiration from their resilience, and carry forward the torch of progress, innovation, and unshakable determination. As you step into your purpose, remember that the commitment of your commitment to prepare yourselves every single day. This preparation goes beyond the physical and tactical aspects. It extends to building competence, character, and capability within oneself. Strive for excellence in all of your endeavors, for it is through continuous improvement that you will not only meet the challenges of today, but also shape the opportunities for tomorrow. Let the principles of freedom and liberty guide your daily actions. Our nation was founded on these principles, and as guardians of freedom and justice, yes, you bear the responsibility of upholding and defending them. Your service is a testament to the enduring legacy of those who have sacrificed for the ideals of our country. In conclusion, as you prepare for tomorrow's graduation ceremony, know that you carry the hopes and aspirations of a grateful nation. Remember to let your path be illuminated by the brilliance of your purpose, guided by your gratitude, fueled by your courage, and fortified by the principles that uphold our nation. Good luck on your journey, and may greatness be found in every step that you take. Congratulations. One team. Outstanding, Airmen. Welcome to the family.
Thank you, Colonel Wilson. At this time, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize basic military training's most outstanding performer, someone who demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. This airman has surpassed all others in the challenges of training and has earned the distinction of being the top graduate of this class. The top graduate is from the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 113, Airman Noah Miller. He is from Good Hope, Georgia, and joined the Air Force to become a mobility force aviator. In the stands cheering are his mother, Heather, and grandfather, Lee. His recruiter is Staff Sergeant Tyler Fellinger from the 336th Recruiting Squadron, Athens, Georgia. Please stand as a sign of unity as our top graduate leads us through the Airman's Creed. Instructors, place your flights at attention. Please remain standing for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Families with graduates in the Drum and Bugle Corps are asked to wait for their graduates on the north side of the west bleachers while they secure their equipment. We ask that you refrain from running onto the retreat pad and please use caution when descending the bleachers. Town Pass ends at 2000 hours. When dropping off graduates, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area. Thank you, and please enjoy your stay at 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Flight commanders, dismiss your flights. Airmen, if you lost a flight cap, report to the podium to retrieve it. Top graduate, report to the podium to retrieve your certificates. All graduates are now released to their families.